Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good midday, good afternoon, depending on where you are. I'm glad you're here. I hope the rest of your day goes fabulous and your night be a restful one. This is a follow-up video to the first ammo shortage video that I did. Wanted to share some information that came in from one of our great crew members. I'm going to keep it anonymous, but I'll read it for you. I think it'll shed some light on what's going on, and it's real world information. I think the fact that we're communicating, sharing with each other, and coming together as a community is an amazing first start to making a change. I also think that groups like the Freedom Gathering are an excellent way to be able to be proactive, be part of an organization that is trying to make a change. So if you haven't done that yet, be sure that you go to it. The link will be in the description section. Think about signing up. Print off a bunch of flyers, hand them out where you're at. Take them to stores, hand them to people you know. We need to get those numbers up, because if we're going to make a change, it's going to take people from all sides. Remember that. We need to sometimes put together put aside our small differences and come together on the big ones that really make a difference. We can't let those little things cloud us, get us so angry that we can't see everything else that's going on. So, let me read this for you. Yes, there is an ammo shortage. Ammo companies did a big layoff a couple years ago and have not replaced the personnel. I work at Federal Ammunition. When they moved rimfire to Lewiston, most people in that department quit, which includes lead, brass, and making of 22 rounds became short. 10 months later, July 2020, they decided to bring rimfire back. But this time, they are 2 years in back orders. And they are only half staffed at this point. Currently, any ammunition being made is reserved for uniform folks. Side note, I think that's interesting. Not the public. And that's even more interesting. And meanwhile, Remington has gone bankrupt. And as we all know, what the fate of Remington finally has turned out to be, the last I checked, it looks like Palmetto State Arms purchased them and are working through the mess currently. Most little, small ammunition companies are actually owned by the bigger companies. Now that, I believe, during the Obama era, there was a shortage like this. And during that shortage, part of the reason that helped us level off and start seeing ammunition on the shelves again is because it was profitable enough to have smaller companies start up. There's been a lot of smaller ammunition companies that make great products start cranking out the ammo. But as we all know with business, a lot of times what'll happen is they'll get it to a certain point and then sell it off. And I can't blame them, that's business. And sometimes they get leveraged and bought out so that the bigger companies don't have that competition. Now, when that happens, I have to wonder, is that because the bigger competition is maybe influenced by others, maybe others politically, others powerfully, maybe elite people. Convince them that we don't need to see as much getting out there, that we need to control the ammunition, the pew-pews that are getting out there into the public, because at a rate of 8,000 on the FFL background checks every day for months, as it was not too long ago, is a massive amount. To go in and know that you're going to wait 10 days anyway because the number that you just got was number 8,001. And then it got a little better at 4,001. Well, now we're currently running at, get this, 801. This is just in my area, in my state. Now, the reason for that? Well, I went to my local FFLs, especially one that's a good friend, actually two that are good friends. And the reason they have for it is there's no product out there to sell. The last story I did is absolutely correct. When they said their warehouses are empty, well, they're either one of two things: truly empty, or being said they are. Either way, that means the end result is no pew-pews, no freedom seeds on the shelves for the people. Now, the opinion of both of these FFLs and every single one I went to in our community, which is at least 10, they all said the same thing. When we make an order, we mark, we'll take one of everything, or two, or sometimes three, depending on the size of the shop. And then they just wait to see what they get sent. And it's never what they asked for. And that goes for pew-pews and freedom seeds. So their conclusion is too, that there is something going on to control and slow down the amount of pew-pews and freedom seeds that are getting out to the public. Why would that be? Well, because they're scared. They're worried. They don't like that idea. That's a lot of pew-pews going out. So they got to stomp on that. They got to hold it down and make sure that we aren't stacked to the rafters, as we say. So that being said, if you see it, get it. If you want it, get it. And if you've got it, practice. Because the things we're talking about, if you use your discernment, and I encourage you, don't take my word for it, look into it yourself. This isn't a get you scared thing, it's a make you think thing. But this definitely confirms some of the things I said in the first story. And if you haven't seen that, you should go look at it. Because this is another one of those things where I think it's along the lines of we will not comply. This is we will not stand for this. This is our rights. You will not infringe upon them. And in closing, I want to say that's a great reason to join a nonviolent but always ready to defend group like the Freedom Gathering. Again, that link will be in the description. And I really hope, and I encourage you to go have a look. Sign up. If you want to be part of something, even if it's just a little something you do or a big something you do, everything is something. And a whole lot of something gets a whole lot of everything done. So please go check that out. There's great YouTube channels in there. There's great community members in there. And there's great information in there that is updated as regular as they can get it in. And if you know something, I encourage you to share it. Share it with me. Share it with them. Share it with the group. So we can get the information out there so that we're informed and can discern for ourselves what we need to do. So I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope that you will support all the people out there trying to fight to make a change, fight for our rights, fight for our liberties, fight for our freedom. And I hope that you'll continue to support me. I hope that you will go down there and hit that like button. Or if you didn't like the video, hit the dislike button. Either way, it shows me that you're listening and that you're thinking. And then hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more and be part of making a change, to be proactive. And if you really want to support, hit that little dinger on the bell that makes sure you get the alerts, so that when urgent things happen, like the emergency alert in California for something we've already been doing, or the solar weather situation to keep you up to date, or the latest in prepping challenges that are thrown out there by great channels, or just want to have some fun and laugh, well, then you want to make sure to ding that bell. Anyway, don't forget, back in the day, there was no such thing as preppers. They called it life. And I want you guys to all make sure that you're being safe, that your family's secure, that you're always aware of your surroundings, and that you're continually getting prepared as best you can for anything that might come your way. Until next time, much love and prayers. RIPCURL out.